Yeah.
Yes.
Put it this way. In terms of what's going on in England, I think the government in England, they would not even try to censor the internet. I think, full stop. And they nowadays they're not even trying to censor movies or stuff. Just now and again there are discussions to do with very violent movies or something like that. There's some and obviously to do with child pornography.
Yeah.
Once you go into that, then there's a big.
It's just a no-go area.
Yeah, that's totally and obviously there are laws in place that to do with the internet, and everyone totally is in England is fine with the laws like that, I think. But whenever you sort of, I think they wouldn't even think about trying to censor just ordinary pornography or consensual sex between adults, because once you go into that area, you're opening up a whole can of worms, and in terms of freedom of speech and stuff, and the government they just wouldn't even thinking about going there. And it is a concern that. There is a little bit of a discussion that's starting up about that, and I think I would say to anyone listening, I think you've got to make a big deal about it and make sure we hammer down the issue. Pretty damn and make sure whenever they try anything like that to
they are sure to encounter violent opposition in a sense.
No, sure.
Yeah, because we really have to take it seriously if the government really put their hands on the internet. But now some people were saying that they got a kind of censorship, that technical error happened. You don't know it's whether it's censorship or it's technical problem. But sometimes especially some of the Wong Yuk Man fans told me that if you upload the video to the YouTube video regarding Wong Yuk Man's speech in the Legislative Council, it will be very, very slow. Or sometimes he or she has to upload it many times, which never happened before. But I mean, just start from last week. Is something was happening in a very strange way. So we also have to take care of what when you call the ISP and they tell you it's technical error. No problem, but actually that might be a problem happening.
I mean, who knows? To be honest, everything is possible. Everything is possible.
We have to watch out.
You've got to watch out, I think, and keep standing up and for it. I think. And I think activists out there, people listening, you've got to realise that the internet as a tool is a very, very effective campaigning tool, actually. And think about 10, 15 years ago there's no internet, and. I would say that Hong Kongers need to think about more how to use the internet, both the radio and just the ordinary internet, and video like YouTube and stuff. It can be extremely effective in terms of campaigning. I know LSD have put a lot of their videos up. Is that right?
And some for you.
Because
some of the Wong Yuk Man radios, we have somebody doing that for you to translate the Wong Yuk Man speech and long hair speech
into English. Into
English. They tape it down. They tape it down where
I think it is important that now and again that is translated into English, because obviously there are quite a lot of foreigners in Hong Kong and people watching what's going on in Hong Kong from other countries. They're able to listen to what's going on, because sometimes as a foreigner I do feel a little bit isolated sometimes.
We have the first radio program, radical radio program,
right.
English radio program in Hong Kong. I think probably the first one.
I think
and be on the internet radio.
On the internet. I think the Civic Party have got some kind of radio show actually.
Yeah, but they are not radical. Not radical.
They're not radical at all.
They are not left wing.
I think in future shows we can talk more about those guys as well.
Yeah, the Civic Party.
Because they're not doing very much. I think, in my opinion.
Personally, I don't like them.
It's not doing very much. Yes, for the society. Yes,
and
about citizen radios. Because there was a, now the court has been.
The government is just actually shutting down it based on some legal technicality. So this is shameless. Right?
Absolutely shameless. By the Hong Kong government only, because Bujan, Zhang Ginseng told us that there are two pro-China newspaper, Tai Kung Po and Wen Hui Po, has never blamed the citizen radio in one word. It was done by Donald Zhang and Wong Yuk Man.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. That whole situation to do with the citizens' radio. I mean, that's a story that's going to run. I think. But eventually, hopefully, I think most decent-minded people in Hong Kong would see that, that it's important that there are both local radio, on the airwaves, and as well as internet radio. What we're doing now. And
let me comment on this like this. I think that. The citizens' radio fiasco, or all these other things about this subtle control of the internet, is showcasing that Hong Kong can become a case of degeneration in terms of freedom and democracy among so-called the more westernized society in Asian land, right? So in the other way, if people really put up a strong fight, it can also showcase how the people, the more westernized people in Asian land, can fight against this kind of so-called dictatorial and autocratic encroachment.
Yeah, sure. And, it's another area, I think, in terms of the law, because I always think that Hong Kong government often use the law to control and make sure this
is a kind of very shameful distortion of the common law system, because the common law system is not intended to be used in this way, right? You drag on legal procedures. This is not only the first time. It's not already the fourth time the government is using some very flimsy pretext.
Like the Singapore government, they're pretending to be Singapore government.
They pretend to be common law system, but actually it's uncommon. This use of a common law is very uncommon, highly unusual, because it's trying to control people's freedom, right? To limit people's freedom, to use it as this legality as a tool against the defenseless, the underprivileged people, right? The unjustly treated people, right? When Zhang Ginseng has put in this application for so long, and then you never manage to deal with the case, and then you now say that it is illegal. This is shameless. This government is utterly despicable.
I think activists they've got to keep fighting that fight. I think because I think it's definitely possible to win that political fight that's going on through the radio, but it's just going to take a bit of time to play out through the courts. I think that's the way. But ultimately, it's got to go to the court of final appeal. I
hope the common law system will ultimately prevail in a sense.
Sure.
And the most shameless thing is that if they what they call illegal broadcasting is not only the management. It's about, the DJ, if they say myradio is illegal, then we are illegal to talk.
Absolutely.
That is the logic of how they charge the people to be criminal or...
Sure. I mean, it's interesting the amount of legislators who have got involved in the citizens' radio in terms of actually knowing that they are breaking the law, as it were, and in terms of civil disobedience. But perhaps we can talk more about that next time, I think.
Okay, sure.
We're running out of time, aren't we? We're running out of time. Well,
so see everybody again during Christmas.
Very nice to
in
talk
2 weeks'
to you.
time.
2 weeks' time.
Okay.
Yeah.
See you.
Okay, see you. Bye-bye.